Ukraine's capital is a green metropolis on flowing hills next to the Dnieper River. In the Middle Ages, Kiev was the capital of an enormous state occupying a big tranche of Eastern Europe, and you can enter monasteries and cathedrals stemming from this golden age. There's no denying that Kiev has seen some tough times, from the Mongol invasion from the east in 1240, to the Nazis attacking from the west in the Second World War. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Kiev so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Kyiv Pechersk Lavra. One of the most important sites in Eastern Orthodox Christianity, the World Heritage Pechersk Lavra is a marvelous complex of churches, bell towers, and subterranean caves. It can take around 4 hours to see everything, and you may need an English-guided tour to get the most out of Pechersk Lavra. Beginning in the 11th century, the oldest portions of this complex are underground, in two man-made cave systems, near and far. At number 9 is the Great Lavra Bell Tower. Still part of Pechersk Lavra, this sensational monument deserves special attention as it's one of Kiev's emblems. The Great Lavra Bell Tower is an unmissable fixture on the city's skyline and dwarfs the other monuments at Pechersk Lavra, climbing to just below 100 meters. At the time of its construction, 1731 to 1745, it was the tallest freestanding bell tower in the world, and is composed of 4 tiers, each narrower than the last, culminating with a gilded dome. At number 8, St. Sophia's Cathedral. Also included in the same World Heritage Site, St. Sophia's Cathedral is Kiev's oldest surviving church and has architecture and ornamentation dating back to the 1000s. Like the Pechersk Lavra, it's been elected one of the Ukraine's 7 wonders. The cathedral, famed for its 13 gilded domes, was initiated in 1037 by Prince Yaroslav the Wise, whose sarcophagus is on display. At number 7, St. Michael's Golden Dome Monastery. On bluffs over the right bank of the Dnieper, this working monastery dates from the 12th century and boasts a multi-domed cathedral and a bell tower. The exterior architecture is from the middle of the 18th century and in an elaborate Baroque style, but the interior of the cathedral kept hold of its Byzantine design. Sadly, the building was torn down in the Soviet era when its art was moved to Moscow, but it would be reborn 70 years later. At number 6 in our list, the Motherland Monument. Erected in 1981, the Motherland Monument is a gigantic, 62-meter stainless statue commemorating the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in the Second World War. In a park beside the Dnieper, this symbolic figure of a woman is visible from all over Kiev. To give you an idea of the dimensions, the monument is made with individual blocks of steel, held together with more than 30 kilometers of welding. At number 5, Museum of the History of Ukraine in World War II. The Motherland Monument is integrated into this museum, and the memorial continues at the base. See the marble plaques for the city's 11,600 fallen soldiers and 200 workers, a flame of glory in a giant bowl surrounded by military hardware from the war. Also walk the Alley of the Hero Cities, where Soviet cities that offered stiff resistance to Nazi Germany are remembered. At number 4, Maidan Nezalezhnosti. To get a handle on current affairs in Ukraine, make for Ground Zero at Maidan Nezalezhnosti, Independence Square. This has been a center for political activism since 1990 and is where the Euromaidan protests occurred in 2013 to 14. There's a contemporary memorial to the Heavenly 100 people who died in the protests. On the lighter side, when Kiev hosted Eurovision in 2017, the fan zone was located here as if to show how much has changed in just a few years. At number 3 in our list, Podil. Kiev's riverfront merchants' quarter and former city center was razed by fire at the start of the 19th century and rebuilt on a grid system. To get there, you could catch the funicular down from St. Michael's Golden Dome Monastery, which will drop you in a neighborhood that was saved from major damage in the Second World War, so looks just as it did more a century ago. Podil is a hip, cultural area, boasting Ukraine's most prestigious university and lots of places to dine out. At number 2, Hryshko National Botanical Garden. Just downriver from the Motherland Monument, this sweeping botanical garden is managed by the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine. In all, there are 13,000 varieties of trees, shrubs, and flowers from far and wide. The gardens are lovely in almost any season, but if there's a time you simply have to come, it's the end of spring. This is when the hundreds of lilac bushes on the lilac alley are in full bloom. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Independence Square. Independence Square had its international debut in 2004 as the scene of the Orange Revolution, when the power of the people changed Ukrainian history and the future of the country. As the central square in the city, many festivals, concerts, and parades take place in the area. The attraction contains 6 fountains, a waterfall, and a large column representing Ukrainian independence. In the evening, it makes for a great people-watching spot, and there is often a light show and music with the fountains on colorful display. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Kiev? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.